What's cracking, movie trivia Schmoedown fans? It's your boy C-Dub, and we got the number one contenders match. The classy one, Clarke Wolfe, taking on Mike K.O. Kalinowski. This is going to be a great match, so let's get it started.
Cubster, my boy, so excited to finally face you in the field of battle, in the squared circle of the Schmoedown. A true competitor, someone at the top of his game, who's really ready for a new challenge. I think this is just going to be a refreshing take for the Schmoedown, a refreshing one-on-one, two combatants at the peak of their powers, representing the elite of the Schmoedown, coming together. I personally couldn't be looking forward to this event anymore. I will see you at the match.
Hey, Thad.
Oh, hey, Emma, how's it going?
Good. I saw you had that manager's bowl thing with
Yeah.
Tom
Yeah.
and Jay, and I guess apparently now Ricky.
Yeah, and I completely understand if you don't want to call to do the interviews back there.
No, I actually, I was thinking I would like to participate in that match.
Okay, but it's the manager bowl, so it's only for people who are managing.
Totally understand. I know that you love contracts, so I just happen to have one here.
Okay, I mean, everything's signed. You're in.
The Manager Bowl. Whoever wins this thing, anyone in their stable or someone else will get a number one contender spot at any belt they want.
Winning the first Manager Bowl, the Golden Mike!
I just wanted to let you both know, as I'm sure you filled Tom in, that we will be playing a team match next season.
Beat her as a partner.
Yeah, no, I don't think so, because I have a partner. I found that person.
Of course it's me. Shire Wolves.
We talked it over, and your offer to join your faction next month, that's not really going to work for us.
Listen, I totally understand. You guys have both been performing really well.
No. We want to join you now.
Yeah, it's a number one contender match. So any of the top 10 singles players, they'll have a number one contender match, and the winner will play the champion. And for the teams, it'll be top 5. The winners will play the Patriots.
As you know, I have this number one contender spot to give to someone in our faction, and I've been sitting on the decision for a while. I've really been thinking about it, and I've made my decision, and I really want to offer it to you. You let me know who you want to take on, and I will formally issue the challenge.
You guys have been so supportive about this whole number one contender spot thing. But at the same time, I feel like maybe should we save this for us? Should we save this for our team, for the Shire Wolves, or...
Partner, let me stop you right there. Seriously, Shire Wolves, we've got this. We can play our way to the top. I have every confidence we can do that. Just like I have every confidence in you taking this number one contender shot.
So Clarke and I have talked it over. She took a look at the top 10 competitors list, and we've come to the conclusion that we'd like you to have the opportunity to take her on in a match for a potential shot at Sam Levine.
Absolutely.
All right, then we have a deal.
Yeah!
call a #1 contender match, and what a road we took to get here between Mike the Killer Kalinowski and Classy, a Clarke, a Wolf. Ken, how are you today?
I'm good. Good to be next to you, Mark. Your high karate never fails to impress my senses. But I am happy to be here today for a amazing matchup between two competitors that have equally powerful fan bases and people behind them. This is, it's foreign for me because, people hate me now. Because I found my truth in the Schmoedown. But these are well-loved competitors. I have not had the chance to face Kalinowski, but I've been in battle with Clarke Wolfe. And let me tell you something. It's intense, and I'm kind of scared.
And as the sands fall through the glass, so too the days of our lives. When you look at the soap opera that took us to get here, Ken, we have Classy Clarke Wolfe. She was a #1 contender at one point. As a matter of fact, she's the only female competitor to ever play for both a singles belt and a team belt. She has not quite gotten to the mountaintop yet, but she has another chance to get closer to that today and possibly playing Sam Levine to take the belt away from him. She's going to have to go through Mike the Killer Kalinowski. The way this came about is because Emma Fife of the Fife Club won the Manager Bowl. She hit a last-second shot against Tom Dagnino, and so then she got whatever sort of title shot she wanted, or she was able to defer it to somebody in her stable. So then the Shire Wolves come along, and the Shire Wolves are saying, well, Rachel Cushing doesn't want to grab that title just yet. Clarke Wolfe gets the nod, and then the next thing you know, Clarke Wolfe is able to choose anybody in the top 10 who she thinks she wants to go up against. Roca was tied up in his conflict with the Lion's Den and Snyder, and so now Snyder can't do it either. So then who do you look at? You look at Mike Kalinowski. And by the way, Mike Kalinowski, if that name sounds familiar, it's because he just had a #1 contender shot in a triple threat match against Rachel Cushing and JTE. The guy got run out of the building, literally didn't even give an exit interview.
Yeah, it was I gotta admit, it was hard to watch. I was there that day. I was just here to sign some paperwork to make sure I was getting paid correctly. And I saw him. He was crestfallen, and I felt for him because he is a very good competitor. He knows movies inside and out. Sometimes just hit bad runs, and I think that's what happened that day. I mean, I've hit bad runs a few times in my life, but let's not talk about Del Taco. So the other thing about Kalinowski is I felt for him, and I don't root for anyone in matches, but I don't like to see competitors lose their smile.
No, I don't like to see competitors leave before giving us a proper post-game interview, and I think that he was just so locked into what he wanted to get accomplished that day, and to have a shot like that and to fall so far short of it, to be really humiliated. He had no other way to turn it. Now he finds himself back up, could be saddling up to ride back to that magical belt. Let's hear from the competitors themselves, both the Killer and the Classy one.
So after winning the Manager Bowl, I thought long and hard about who in my faction I was going to give the #1 contender spot to, and today is the day that Clarke Wolfe returns to the battlefield in singles in a #1 contender match.
So, as you guys now know, Emma presented me with the opportunity to go against Clarke for this #1 contender spot. Suspicious. That is my first reason. What came to mind? Why me? I had the three-way, so maybe they were looking at as, I was the weakest in that three-way, which I was.
I said before Rachel and I had our debut match that I want a belt. And I mean it. I've wanted to be successful and have a belt since the beginning. And Emma, I'm really flattered that you gave me this chance because I'm nervous about it, but I also think that it would be really, really cool to get back in there and to try. And so I got to get through Mike first.
Do they think I'm an easy victory for Clarke? Yeah, I bet they do. I bet they do. There's been a lot of people ever since that three-way, even before that. I was the underdog in that. As you guys know, I've kind of dropped off the face of social media and whatnot and everything because, I'm not going to get into that. We're focused on the game right now, what's going on here. But yeah, I'm sure that's why. I don't want to say it, but maybe it isn't,
Mike is a passionate competitor, as am I, as we all are, but I do think that maybe his passion sometimes gets to him. And so going forward, I think that that's something he might need to pay attention to. And if I can get him on the ropes, it might work to my advantage.
As you guys know, I've been in this a while, and I've had a bunch of different gimmicks. I did the John Wick killer thing. I was jumping around in costumes for Inner Geekdom. I was labeled with KO because of my string of victories, but today I'm just getting down to it. I'm not doing the whole mess the other opponent, bring them gifts, mess them during the match. I'm just going to sit down because Clarke Wolfe, you've been someone I want to face from the beginning. You're a great competitor. Today, guess what? Mikey's going to dance with wolves.
Mike, my message to you is, from a Wonder Woman to a Superman, good luck.
well, you see there, Kalinowski saying as much that he wouldn't go so far as to apologize for his behavior leaving early after the last match, but he did mention he was just so locked into that anything short of winning that match was going to make him, as you would say, fallen off a crest. Clarke Wolfe, she is business as usual today. She knows that Mike Kalinowski can sometimes get emotional, and maybe that gets the better of him. As far as Clarke Wolfe goes, she is ready to rock here today.
Absolutely, and I've got the tail of the tape here. Let's take a closer look at these competitors. Mike Kalinowski, he's got a lot of strengths, but comic book movies, 80s, and vanishing off the face of the earth. It's a good skill sometimes I wish I had.
Worst accident I ever seen.
So tonight, just like tonight. We got Clarke Wolfe. We, of course, know horror thriller is her wheelhouse. That's what she is known for in a lot of circles with good reason. Fantasy sci-fi is also there. And, of course, being classy, but we can also add being sassy. And that word doesn't quite cover her fierceness when she locks in. I can tell you, the last time we faced off, look at the tape, I didn't want to look her in the eyes, lest I be turned to stone. She was so locked in on that competition.
One could say she makes others' eyes glassy? No, too far. Classy and sassy will stay there at par.
Bibiani around? Maybe he can step in after that one.
Ken, I'm gonna reel you back in with this one because I'm intrigued by your opinion on this matchup. Yeah. You got Clarke Wolfe, you got Kalinowski. People are saying, hey, which one of these could either of them dismantle Levine if they got the shot at it? Who do you like here today?
If you're talking about
Clarke
best
Wolfe.
chances versus Levine, I will have to, very close, 51-49%, go with Clarke Wolfe.
You're going to go with the classy one?
Yeah.
All right. I am going to reserve my judgment because I'm a professional broadcaster and cannot show favor towards one way or the other. But what I can do is ask you, Ken, are you ready to do this?
Oh, me?
You.
I am.
It's time to Schmoedown! Alrighty,
here we go. 3 rounds to a finish. Let's see who is competing today. Introducing first. Representing the league with a record of 4 wins, 3 defeats, and 3 KOs. He is the 2017 Ultimate Schmoedown Semifinals and the number 4 contender, Mike KO Kalinowski.
Kalinowski is healed. He's ready to go. Competing in single sticks that day. It's that winning Kalinowski smile, Ken. He seems locked and loaded.
I'll tell you what, if I had that smile, I would not be asked to leave Chili's. All right. And his opponent, representing the Fight Club, with the record of 5 wins and 4 defeats. She is the 2016 Rookie of the Year, the 2017 Ultimate Schmoedown Team semifinalist, and the number 5 contender, Clarke. Whoa!
Hello, Angels.
Charlie's Angels. And Rachel pushing Firewolf. Who is that?
That is Mark Andraco.
I believe that is Mark Andraco.
That is Mark Andraco. I'll tell you what. I've never seen Mark look happier. That is a great performance. I'll see you at the Abbey, buddy. Let's do it. All right.
You know, makeup does wonders for people, Ken. It's like Mark Andraco is just a whole new person. Maybe being an angel is his calling.
Look, I'm not just questioning things about myself. I'm answering the questions.
Make sure you check out Ken's website, Match.com. And we move on to the rules in round 1. The round 1 rules are as follows. Each competitor is going to hear 8 questions. They are to the field. Each question is worth 1 point. There is no penalty for missing a question. There is a penalty if any of the other Angels or Bosley chimes in with the correct answer. They are to Clarke and Mike only. There's no stealing in round 1. Remember, you have 3 usages of the JTE rule should you need to hear a question repeated or you want to stall for time. That's why people use it. We're all adults here. We can admit that. We also have a challenge rule in case you have some sort of question as to an answer that we gave that you don't particularly totally agree with. We want to remind everybody out there to support the Patreon, and one of the patrons has a wheel slice. We'll talk about that as we get into round number 2. Mike Kalinowski, how you feeling?
Feeling good. Let's do this.
Okay. You seem shocked I even asked how he was doing. Clarke Wolfe, how are you feeling?
Full throttle, baby.
That's Charlie's Angels movie, and it is time to Schmoedown. Crowd, you ready to Schmoedown? There we go. All right. The Angels have exited the building, except for the one that can get a matchup against the belt holder, Sam Levine, and that is Clarke Wolfe taking on Mike Kalinowski. Ken, I will defer to you for the first question in round numero 1.
Absolutely. First of 8 comes in the category of animated. Who voiced Mulan's dragon companion in Disney's Mulan? You know, there was 2 years of my life that I thought a dragon was following me around.
Sure how to answer that.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens are already down. Looking for answers starting with Clarke.
Dragon, not lizard. Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy is correct.
Eddie Murphy.
That's right. We're all tied up at 1 to start the game.
The early going, they seem stretched, ready to go. Our next category is in the world of comedies, comedy movies. And your question is, in the hilarious comedy Robin Hood Men in Tights, who plays Robin Hood? Oh, the crowd not liking that one.
It's always my favorite part of the show, and the crowd is like, I own that on VHS.
Crowd, I believe I do own this on VHS. Go to 5, 4, 3, 2 into 1 for Mike Kalinowski.
Carrie Elways.
Very good, Clarke Wolfe.
Carrie Elwes.
I believe it is pronounced Elways as opposed to Yules. I heard somebody say Yules one time.
Elways,
Never talk to that person again. That person is my own mother.
That's right. Third question comes in the category of dramas. Who played the title role of Kevin in the film?
What are you doing to me?
Not all light beers are created equal. One is brewed with more taste, fewer calories, and half the carbs. What are you holding? Miller Lite. Hold true.
We need to talk about Kevin.
Very serious film. I'm not sure how to make a joke in the next 10 seconds.
No, my parents use that. Just replace Kevin with Ken a lot.
You need to talk about Kenny. No,
5,
just say Ken.
4, 3,
Repeat
2.
the question.
Oh, look at that. Mike with his first JT rule name for the famous Ecuadorian bus passenger JTE, who played the title role of Kevin in the film We Need to Talk About Kevin.
I will continue to laugh at that for the next week. Great improvisation by Ken Knapsack.
4, 3,
Can we give him points?
2, 1. Looking for answers starting with Clarke.
Ezra Miller.
That is correct. 3 points.
Michael Cera.
Incorrect. I also would have accepted Better Than Ezra, one of the greatest bands of the 90s.
Ken Knapsack is on fire, and Clarke Wolfe is as well. Perfect round in the early going. Horror thriller is your next category, and your question is, Virginia Madsen plays a graduate student who investigates an urban legend in which 90s horror flick? And it seems that both they've already written it. Do we still have 15 seconds? You want to?
Let's just call it.
All right.
Looking for answers. Pens are down.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Starting with Mike.
Candyman.
That is correct. Clarke.
Candy.
All right. The Candyman.
Good usage of bees.
Yes.
In Candyman.
Fifth question comes in the category of action-adventure. Which Lord of the Rings actor plays Kirill, the Russian agent in The Bourne Supremacy? A little bit of a whoop. kind of question.
Which way? You think you're zigging? You're zagging.
Yep.
Lord of the Rings. That's not an action adventure, although there is action and adventure in that fantasy film.
5 and a 4 and a 3 and a 2 and a 1. Pen's already down. Starting with Clarke, we need an answer.
Lee Pace?
Incorrect.
Carl Urban.
That is correct.
Okay, so no perfect rounds will be had here today in round 1, and Mike Kalinowski, with the first misstep of Clark's Wolf's round, is going to tie the game up as we move on to your 6th question in round 1, and that is, who directed, this is the category of directors, who directed the 1969 film Easy Rider? Is that the Ecuadorian bus passenger's nickname? When he hops on the Greyhound?
Riding a bus in Ecuador ain't easy.
He spends most of his time there when he's not fighting crime
Dennis
internationally.
Hopper?
Go to 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Okay, just got there in the nick of time. Just got there in the nick of time. The crowd is up in arms, but he got it in the nick of time. The question is, who directed the 1969 film Easy Rider? And I'm going to go to a 5 count in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He's already used 2 JTE rules.
Right.
Did he get the answer right, Mike Kalinowski?
Peter Fonda?
Is it? But no.
Incorrect.
Clarke Wolfe.
Clarke Wolfe.
I also said Peter Fonda.
Dennis Hopper. That's right, Dennis Hopper.
God.
Dennis.
Trust myself. Trust myself.
All right.
Trust
Question 7. Question 7 comes in the category of fantasy sci-fi. Fantasy sci-fi. District 9 is set in what country?
In what? Gives you an air of authority when you pronounce the W and the H. The what?
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pen's already down. Looking for answers. Start with Clarke Wolfe.
South Africa?
That is correct.
South Africa.
That is right. We're tied at 5. Tied at 5. Going to the final question.
And we move on to the last question in round 1, and it is provided courtesy of one of our very supportive patrons. Check out the Schmoedown Patreon to find out how you can join the tier to ask a question to the competitors. This one comes from our patron, Jake Hammer. He's not a character in the MCU. He's a real live boy, and his name is Jake Hammer. Thank you for supporting the show. His category is dramas. In the world of dramas, Jake Hammer's question is, Tom Petty has a guest starring role in what Kevin Costner drama?
Kalinowski's trying to pull it there. Clarke is thinking there.
Kalinowski trying to run down a dream. Clarke Wolfe, maybe free falling.
This is.
She gets the correct answer in a hurry.
Yeah.
Even the losers get this question right.
4, 3, 2, and.
Did this question
1.
wreck them, baby?
Oh, you're great. Starting with Mike.
He's a haggard man, so I'm thinking one of his apocalypse movies, Postman.
That is correct for a
Good job, Mike. I said Waterworld.
Would have been a good guess.
I thought he was the guy in the boat and water world at the bottom of the fucking thing.
All right. Well,
You look at that. Now Mike Kalinowski, with that question, takes the lead into the great wide open. He goes, Clarke Wolfe, don't come around here no more. I'm just kidding. Stick around for round 2 and 3 because this is getting heated. Kalinowski, a 1-point lead over Clarke Wolfe as we move on to round 2, known as the wheel round. In round 2, each competitor is going to have 4 questions asked from a movie category on the wheel of fate and destiny, much to Clarke Wolfe's chagrin. You spin the wheel, whatever slice you land on, that's where the questions come from. You don't like the first category you spin, you are allowed 1 mulligan. If you don't like that category, tough luck. You got to answer the 4 questions. Each question is worth 2 points. There's no penalty for missing a question. However, there is stealing in round 2. If you're not sure of the answer to a question, you can ask us to provide multiple choice options. Of the 4 selections we give you, one of those is the correct answer. That question becomes worth 1 point. Mike Kalinowski, you are in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer to Clarke Wolfe?
I don't want to do this, but I will spin first.
Mike Kalinowski is going to spin first. Interesting here, Ken, because Kalinowski was introduced first, although he is ranked higher than Clarke Wolfe because Clarke Wolfe was nominated by Emma Fyffe. She chose Kalinowski, hence our reasoning to have her be introduced as the
Gotcha. Spin is in.
I was just waiting for a long spin to give that inspin.
He turns his back on the wheel. That's a dangerous game. The wheel, she is a...
It stopped spinning a long time ago, Mike.
Oh, we've got drama. Do you want to stick with drama?
Does he want drama?
Drama. Here's some drama about the choice here.
I see what you did there. It's the name of the category as
He's
well.
going to spin again. He's going to spin again.
Spin again.
This could be a key decision. His back is turned.
Crowd
wants Sandy Bullock.
Crowd wants Bullock. What does Kalinowski think about that?
What does Kalinowski want to do here? It is going to go.
Could it be his category? No.
It is going to go to Spielberg movies.
Okay.
Spielberg movies.
He's got to take 4 questions from Steven Spielberg. Everybody knows at least a few good Spielberg movies, Ken, but can they recall all of them? Maybe the actors in them, the premises. There's so much magic in that man's career. Can Mike Kalinowski come up with 4 correct answers?
4 questions. All right, Mike, 4 questions in the category of Steven Spielberg. First one coming in. What was the first sequel Spielberg ever directed?
Indiana
It's a
Jones.
sequel.
I like it. You started a trend there.
Sequel.
Have you seen the
Indiana
sequel?
Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I don't speak well much. 5, 4.
Temple of Doom.
That is correct. You're going to accept that? That's correct. All right, second question in this round. Who voiced the lead character of titular role Tintin in The Adventures of Tintin?
Jamie Bell.
That's correct. 2 more points, Kalinowski.
Wow. Big Tintin guy.
All right. Who plays Tom Hanks's co-lead Amelia Warren in The Terminal?
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
That is correct. 2 more points there. 2 more
Kalinowski
points
feeling
there.
it in round 2.
Final question in this round, Mike. Who composed the score for Bridge of Spies?
John Williams.
That is incorrect for a steal, Clarke. A 2-point steal if you can get it.
This would be a huge get for Clarke Wolfe.
Is it Marconi?
That is incorrect. Looking for Thomas Newman. Thomas Newman. But that is a great second round for Mike Kalinowski.
Well done for Mike. Did not want to check the multiple choice on any of that, and he found his way to 6 points, gaining lead on classy Clarke Wolfe, who is ready to spin. She's got all of the angels at her back, and here we go. There.
All right, that was a great spin.
Nobody has studied spinning this wheel more than Clarke Wolfe. She knows every launch angle. I don't know if she likes the wheel all that much, but she respects its power.
You absolutely.
Could it be
Respect
horror
it.
movies?
You don't have to love it.
Ken, she wants horror movies, and Ken, is it going to get there? It's going to be horror! Oh, boy. Wow.
This is not a slam dunk, you guys.
There's so much magic that everybody at home gets to witness, and we just saw something here in our studio. Once she landed on the wedge of horror, Mark Riley danced a jig not seen since Darby O'Gill and the Little People.
Yeah, he looked like one of those people in steerage on the Titanic, dancing around there. He was, I die, diddly die day.
So, Mark Riley is happy, but can Clarke Wolfe live up to the promise that she coming into this match with as one of the horror experts here in the Schmoedown? Clarke, you're going to get 4 questions from that category. Your first question is, who directed the 2013 incarnation of the film Evil Dead?
Fede Alvarez.
2 points.
correct, 2 points.
2 points, and she's on her way. In your next question, 2011's Fright Night. In that film, Charlie believes his new neighbor Jerry is a vampire. Who plays Jerry?
Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell.
She's 3 points away from tying Mike Kalinowski here, Ken.
Yeah.
Clarke Wolfe will have the chance to take the lead before round 3 is upon us. Your next question, Clarke. Which 1987 film is about kids who saved the world from Dracula, the Wolfman, and other classic monsters?
Fucking kidding me.
Monster Squad.
It is Monster Squad.
That's correct. 2 more points.
11 points. And your last question. In the world of horror movies, these are movies that Ken is not allowed to see. In addition to playing the iconic Freddy Krueger in the Nightmare on Elm Street series, actor Robert Englund also played which classic monster in a 1989 movie?
Well, okay, Phantom of the Opera.
She has the lead going into round 3. She ran through that category.
Yep, that's what she needed and wanted to do it, she did it. She succeeds in that round, but we still have the deciding third round coming up here, Mark.
In round 3, we are so close to being deadlocked. Clarke Wolfe with a 1-point lead over Kalinowski. Each competitor is going to give us a series of numbers ranging from 1 to 20. Clarke, you're going to give us your numbers first, then Mike will follow suit. Each one of those numbers corresponds to a movie category up here at our answer desk. Each question proceeds to have a greater value. The first question is 2 points, the next question 3 points. The last question is worth 5 points. There's no stealing, there's no penalty for missing a question. Clarke, because you are in the lead, you get to give us your numbers first. What would you like?
4, 12, 19.
4, 12, and 19. She went evens, then she went to odd, off the beaten path. Mike Kalinowski.
7, 14, 18.
14 and 18. All right.
All
Mike
right,
Kalinowski,
so
how's his numbers?
14 and 18. I'll administer Mike's questions here. He needs this one. We'll kick it back to Clarke. It's a 2-point question if he can get it. Mike, here you go. You chose number 7. That is in the category of 80s movies, 1980s movies.
These are movies released in the 1980s.
All right. Who directed the 80s fantasy comedy, The Witches of Eastwick? For an answer here. In 5.
Jonathan Demme?
That's incorrect. Looking for George Miller. George Miller, incorrect there.
Oh, the guy, I like that guess.
All right. Move on here to your 3-point question. You chose the number 14. That corresponds to the category of Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise. In Edge of Tomorrow, what color are the large alpha mimics that have the ability to reset time?
Blue?
Color are they?
Correct.
Blue.
That is correct for 3 points. Wow. That is correct. Sends it back over to Clarke Wolfe.
Did Mike Kalinowski know that, or did he guess it? He's never going to say.
There's only
Doesn't matter.
7 colors
Got
in
it
the
right.
world. You pick one, I think.
Roya G. Biv.
What if he had gone with fuchsia? Been having a good laugh about that. Could have been the next best bin. As it turns out, it actually is a correct answer, and we go to Clarke Wolfe. Clarke, this one is worth 2 points. If you hit this one, we're going to be tied with Kalinowski. You selected number 4, and that corresponds to disaster movies.
Oof.
Disaster movies, and your question is, name the 2000 film that stars Nicolas Cage as a professor who links a mysterious list of numbers from a time capsule to past and future disasters and sets out to prevent an ultimate catastrophe.
Is it Knowing?
It is Knowing.
For 2 points.
My friend Styles was right.
And so now we're going to stay with Clarke Wolfe.
Oh, staying with me.
We're going to stay with Clarke Wolfe because we're tied. She has a 3-pointer to answer. And we're going to give you that question right now because, Clarke, you selected number 12 for your 3-pointer in the world of animated movies. These movies that are drawn. This Academy Award-winning actor voiced the character Buster Moon, the theater-owning koala, in the 2016 movie Sing.
Oh, Hugh Jackman? No, he's not in the
Incorrect. Looking for Matthew McConaughey.
Yep.
That was one of the Academy. Yeah, and he is adorable as that koala. I know there's a lot of suspense. He is so goddamn cute as that koala. Back to the match.
All right, we are going to go to Kalinowski for his 5-point question. You chose the number 18. That corresponds to the category of Matthew McConaughey films.
Ken, did you know he played the koala in the movie Sing?
I've heard rumors. I've heard
I know
tell.
that now, Mark
I've heard
Ellis.
tell.
Cute. So
All right, 5-point question. Send it back to Clarke to tie. What fellow actor also directed Matthew McConaughey in the 2001 thriller Frailty? That is a 5-point question for sure.
John Cusack?
Somebody lock the studio doors in case Kalinowski doesn't.
Yeah, let's do that there. All right, we do need an answer.
Bill Paxton.
That is correct for 5 points.
Coming
out there. Puts it back to
That's
Clarke
right.
Wolfe.
Good job. All right.
All right.
Man, what the hell?
All right, Clarke. And your question, Clarke. 5 points. It's a Ty Kalinowski to send it to sudden death. You selected number 19 for your 5-pointer, and that corresponds to holiday movies. And your question is, what actress plays the girlfriend of Bill Murray at one time in the movie Scrooged?
Karen Allen.
We're going to sudden death. You know, it's a number 1 contender match. I feel like Bill Murray at the end of Scrooge, but we're not ready to roll the credits just yet. We're going to overtime. It is overtime. Very exciting here in the studio. You can feel the tension. You can cut it with a knife. This leather jacket has armpit stains. That's how nervous we are. And Clarke Wolfe and Mike Kalinowski played a great match thus far in overtime. The whiteboards are back on the table, as are the dry erase markers. The way it works is we're going to play a lot like round 1. A question is going to be asked to the field. You write down your best attempt at an answer. Get about 15 seconds to answer it. Then we'll ask you by name to reveal your answer. Please show the whiteboard to the camera at the same time you verbalize it in the microphone. If you get it right and both competitors succeed, we move on. If you both get it wrong, we move on. If one competitor gets it right, the other one gets it wrong, that is the ball game. That is their winner. Ken Knapsack will be administering the first question.
All right, first question. Who played Mr. Popper in Mr. Popper's Penguins? I didn't pop my P's when I said that.
Alliteration.
There, yeah.
I learned that
the hard way. All right.
Bill Shakespeare himself.
5, 4,
Jim
3,
Carrey.
2, 1. Pens are down. Clarke, we'll start with you.
James Eugene Carey.
That is correct. Jim Carrey. Mike.
Congratulations, Dustin Hoffman.
Seinfeld episode where Elaine was told Dustin Hoffman was in Star Wars. We had a Dustin Hoffman appearance in a movie he does not belong in. Jim Carrey is obviously Mr. Popper in that version of the movie. Ken, I didn't like the movie that much, but I love this match that we just got. A well-played game, and then just a monumental drama created by both competitors.
Look, I want to speak first to Mike there. I mean, he has to leave here with his head held up. Yes, there's going to be disappointment, but after what he went through before, in the emotional trying times, he was thinking out in the alley for months. No one saw him. I think he was living behind the dumpster. Now he is back. He showed what he always has been, a tremendously capable competitor. I want to say congratulations to Mike for this game, but classy Clarke Wolfe, one of the longtime favorites in this game, and she might be taking a big step towards claiming her own destiny here in the Schmoedown.
All right, well, we are going to throw it to Jen Sturger, who has the post-game interviews with both the winner and the loser. Jen, I know there was a whole lot of drama to talk about. The floor is yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Mark and Ken. What's up, guys? Jen Sturger here with the Schmoedown. Clarke, congratulations. That was an amazing performance by you and Mike. You had to be stressing a little bit going into that third round.
Honestly, I was not, I mean, yes, obviously I wanted to win and it was super close the whole way through, but I didn't think I was going to win. And so as a result, I was kind of like, yeah, all right, like here we are. And Mike is going to play for the belt, and great, I don't have to stress out about it. And I was just like, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna put up a good fight, of course, but
So yeah, the stress kind of came in sudden death where I was like, whoa, this is weird. I just feel weird about everything. Well, congratulations. You got to be excited though, because you're going to be facing Sam Levine now. Yes, I am excited, but I will say that I am just relieved that I did not let the Fife Club down because Emma had been holding on to that spot for so long, and I was like, oh, hi, Sam.
I'm really sorry. I just wanted to get in here and congratulate you, Clarke. That was tremendous.
Thank you, buddy.
And I'm really looking forward to a rematch
yeah.
of our earlier match. And I'm not saying that I'm confident that I can beat you. There is no question what a good player you are. I will say that I know the difference between Mr. Popper's Penguins and Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium.
See, and I knew that too. I knew exactly where Mike's head went, and I was like, easy mistake.
As long as the questions are only about those two films, I think we're going to go toe-to-toe.
I agree. I would agree.
I'm looking forward to it. Congratulations. And yeah, this will look good on her too.
Well, thank you, buddy. Sam is, so we talked about it a little bit earlier, but yes, Sam and I have played, and yes, I won that match, but the truth of the matter is, first of all, Sam has become a kick-ass player. He knows this game so well, and he has played championship matches more than I have. So Sam knows how to use that buzzer. He knows the game. He has practice. Rachel can.
Okay, we're gonna practice. We're definitely gonna practice on the buzzers. Yeah, we've got a whole training regimen. Again, Clarke is a great competitor. Sometimes she doesn't always necessarily believe in herself, so that's why we're all here to believe in her for her.
Thank you guys for being here. I think it really made me feel good. This is so. You guys are bored with this. I'm sorry, but it's just true. So whatever. But I'm super excited.
Congratulations. Get that training regimen started. We
Yeah.
need speed buzzers, ladies.
Fight
all right.
club.
All right. Best of luck to you.
My club.
Mike, that was a really, really tough, close match. You had her pretty much the entire way.
Yeah.
And took it down to sudden death. How are you feeling right now?
I'm of two minds right now. One, it felt great to be back in that chair and prove that I am capable of being a champion in this league. I'm not embarrassed about that match at all. If Horror was not on the wheel or did not spend the time, that match was mine. The match was mine to lose.
What were you thinking when she hit that?
The old Mike got into the it's over. I gave up. But then I sat there and I looked at one person in the audience. I zeroed on them and I was like, nope, it's not over yet. You know, and this was the first thing I've ever felt. I looked on that audience. I didn't see any of my people. Roxy, Johnny, Adam. And I saw a lot of people that usually cheer me switch to the other side. So that it wasn't just a great competitor I was going against. It was not having my team there, man. So, and I saw one person out in that audience. I'm not gonna say who it is right now, but they were there and they had my back. Someone that I would never have thought, and someone that's not. We're never in the same thing, but made me think during the match. Spielberg, it felt good. I mean, I was okay on him, and even if I go in multiple choice in that, I would have got it. I would have said Williams. Third round, it was back and forth, and that shows how great a competitor Clarke is. I'm not embarrassed about I'm proud of what I did out there, but yeah, it was seeing everyone in for her and kind of on my own for this one. So maybe that's my own doing because I shut everyone out for a little while, but
Mm-hmm.
But let's not talk about that. So anyway.
So what is next for you then, Mike?
I do not know. I don't know. I got some decisions to make, so we're gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But she's a great competitor, so I hope for the best against Sam. I know it was mine to lose. If the wheel went a certain way, I don't know how she's gonna fare against Sam because if she gets Horror, she's gotten it a couple times now. Who knows? Best of luck to her. Yeah.
Thanks, Mike. Whew. Back to you guys.
So, Ken, you see there with Clarke Wolfe being classy as always.
Yeah.
But she's saying, look, she's beat Sam Levine before. She's gone head-to-head. She has a winning record against Sam Levine. Can she do it again when the belt is on the line? That's the question.
Sam jumping into that interview there, it's going to be interesting to see them face off there.
Mike Kalinowski, he's got nothing to beat himself up about. You take somebody like Clarke Wolfe to overtime, you have earned everything. 21-20, it's just a classic matchup of really two of our favorite competitors here to watch, and clearly two two of the best in the leagues. They're fan favorites out there for a reason.
Absolutely. Wow. I am feeling palpitations from this match or the way I eat. I can't tell, but this match was great.
Thank you guys for tuning into this match, and thank you to Ken Knapsack for eschewing your heart concerns in favor of announcing the match here with me. Make sure you guys check out the Schmoedown. It's the left side that usually goes first. The Schmoedown rundown on iTunes, the Movie Trivia Schmoedown on Facebook. Ask to be a member of the group, and check out our Patreon. Become a member of the Patreon. Maybe you can have your name read on a future episode of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Ken Knapsack, where do the kids find you?
You can find me at the ER and also at Ken Knapsack across all social media platforms.
I am merely Mark Ellis. Follow us on Twitter at the Schmoedown. We'll see you next time here at the Movie, a Trivia, a Schmoedown.
What's up, Schmoedown fans? Frank here, and it is time for your Schmoedown breakdown.
And your winner!
It's a number one contender match, and talk about a close one from beginning to end. This was back and forth all the way through. In the first round, Kalinowski outscores Clarke 6-5, but then in the second, Clarke outscores Kalinowski 8-6, and in the third round, Kalinowski outscores Clarke 8-7. This would all lead up to our third sudden death match of this season, and in a surprising ending to this match, Clarke Wolfe wins it 21-20, and she is off to face Sam Levine for the singles championship. Looking a little closer at the match here, we see Kalinowski. He bounced back from that awful showing in the triple threat match and had a pretty strong day here, going 11 of 16 for 69% correct. And as for Clarke Wolfe, there wasn't much difference here either. She went 12 of 17 for 71% correct. And as a side note, Clarke going 4 for 4 in the second round. It's just the third time she has done that, but it was the first time she earned all 8 possible points. If you want to find out other stats from around the league, check out SD Rundown Stats on Twitter. And don't forget to check out the Schmoedown Rundown every Saturday on YouTube and your podcast feeds. This has been your Schmoedown Breakdown.
I moved outside and she shat on a turtle. Oh, Devon.
Oh.
It's Nigel Thornberry.
I knew I smelled something.
The wild
The room
Thornberry.
suddenly smells like lime. Everywhere.
Lime?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I could do with a lime. Whilst you're in the fridge.
Of course you could.
Whilst you're in the fridge, can you get me a lime, please, for my martini?
No.
You know what? No, forget it.
You guys know this is a trivia tournament. Not cricket, not dressage, not
the guy eating
fake football.
bagel bites.
First of all,
Hey,
when pizza's on a bagel, you can have pizza
That
any
is a
time.
fake pizza.
Okay, so since we're done being rude, I heard that you challenged us. What did you just say? I heard that you challenged us.
I heard. We heard.
You don't have to repeat it because we're talking to Darwin from Thornberry's here.
I don't know. I wish we
So,
were to
I just want you to know. Go on. Challenge accepted. For the homies. Let's go, Jack. You're walking into a world of pain, sirs. And here in America, the insurance sucks. You're going to be bankrupt and out on the street.
We have
We're not good with
travelers
you.
insurance, sir, and our crown will look after us.
All right, Queensman. My buddy, my partner, Josh McCouga, is not here.
The one that's not here?
I will speak
The one
on,
that's not here?
I will speak on his behalf.
Do it.
Wallberries!
That's it?
That's it.
He smells of Mountain Dew with old pizza crust. I don't quite like him. Let's go, Jack. For real this time. Let's go. Come on, Jack. Come on. Thank you.
Fucking egg.
Well, that was a fantastic match. Clarke, I can't wait to see you go for that belt. Hopefully you can take down the champ, Sam Levine. Kalinowski, man, you fought admirably. Nothing to be ashamed of. So I hope you'll come back strong in the future. If you like my reactions, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Christopher Woodburn. You can find me on Twitter, Chris Woodburn83, Facebook, Christopher Michael Woodburn. And if you do Schmoedown reactions, trailer reactions, come join the MTS Fan Reaction League on Facebook. It's a lot of fun. So until next time, this is your boy C-Dub. Peace.